Hi, this is Kimball Bullington. This is Management 6200 Lean Project Management. We're looking at failure modes and effects analysis. And I'm starting out with a template from ASQ, the American Society for Quality, and they're just a great source for a lot of tools and how to use tools and articles on quality. In this template, if you double click on Learn About FMEA, it brings up an article about failure modes and effects analysis, and here's another one about learning about quality. But when I use a template is something to get me started and going. I don't want it to look like a template when I'm through. So I'm just going to go right in here and highlight the rows that have data, and I'm going to delete these entire rows. And then I'm going to go over here and even remove the ASQ logo. And now I have something looking a little bit closer. Well, it still has this fake data. Data doesn't apply to me, so I'm going to edit it and make it mine. So the item is, well, I'm going to start here with, all right, and now we're going to get down in here, and I'm going to delete their writing in here. I'm not going to delete the numbers. We'll just edit the numbers. So first process functions. Where do I get these? So one place to get potential failure modes is to look at your processes that you've identified on a cause and effect diagram. You can also go to your work breakdown structure and look at the individual items of work and say, how can this item of work break down? How can it fail? And then we start looking at, well, if it does fail, how will it fail and what will be the effect of the fail? So process function, I'm just going to say, I'm just for now going to use these different processes identified here. Navigating and potential failure mode is that I get lost. And one potential effect of getting lost is extra miles, which let's see, extra miles. I'm going to call that just sort of a middle range severity. How likely is it to occur? Well, if I'm using my cell phone, my smartphone, I'm saying there's a significant chance that I could be out there outside of cell range. And in fact, that's what, so one cause of it could be out of cell range. And the current process controls is just to check phone in the morning and then check along the way. How likely am I to detect that I'm on the wrong route before I've already gone significant miles? I don't know. It seems to me like that I might not detect it. I might go a significant ways before I discover that if I'm out of cell range. And so that gives you a high risk. So detection, if I'm likely to detect it, then it's a low risk number. If I'm unlikely to detect it, it's a high risk number. And so that's your risk priority, which is just 5 times 4 times 6, 120. But there's another navigating lost potential effect, and that is that I get on a dangerous route. Now, not every lost route would be a dangerous route, but some of them could be. And so the severity here might be perhaps an 8. The likelihood of occurrence perhaps slightly less than the other one. And the detection, again, I don't know that I would detect that. A current process is check the phone in the morning. So that's two failures that are the same, getting lost, but they could have different effects. So You might even have them combined. That would be interesting. So hydrating is the process function, and the failure mode is dehydrated, and the potential failure is a wreck. The severity of having a wreck, a long ways from home, that's pretty bad. I forgot this is the same cause mechanism up here, so I'll write that down. The cause in this, I didn't drink enough. Or water might not even have been available. Likelihood of occurrence, I could actually see this happening. And this could actually go along with getting lost too. And so I see my current process is just say I'm going to drink off. How likely am I to detect this? Probably pretty likely to detect it, but I'm not so sure. Let's put let's put that as a middle range number, and so that's a big number there. Now I'm going to put just a couple more. I'm going to put fueling. Fueling, that's fuel that goes in me, the rider. Potential failure mode, and I'll just say bonk. I mean, you run out of fuel, and it could be wreck, or it could be something else, but wreck is probably likely. I would say it's about the same likelihood in terms of severity. Didn't get enough calories. And the likelihood of occurrence might be actually a little higher than the now let's make it a little less. Let's say it's a little less than not drinking. Current process controls. Eat during the day, eat breakfast, eat lunch, and eat during the day is snack. Let's just say that. Let's just say snack. So breakfast, lunch, snacks. Likelihood of detection, maybe again not quite as high as in the hydrating situation. Maintaining, so potential failure mode, flat tire, potential effect of a failure could be stranded somewhere. Severity, well, flat tire, it shouldn't be that severe. Cause, foreign object, occurrence, it's probably more likely than I think. Current process controls, good tires, and a pump. And lack of detection, I'm going to detect it once it happens, but detecting it before it happens, not very likely, actually. So here I've completed all of these, this first half, except that I need to sort. So let's go ahead and sort. And let's see, data, sort. I'm going to sort on column K, which is where my RPN is, from largest to smallest. Let's see. It doesn't want to let me sort. Oh, okay. I see that now. Let's just sort here. If you see what happened there, there's some merged cells out there, and so I didn't like that. So largest to smallest. So we've gone through, we've sorted, and now we're ready to do the recommended action. Now, this is not enough detail. This is not enough for your project. This is not where I'm going to stop. I'll give you an example that has many more lines, a lot more failure modes than this. This isn't enough to really be useful, but it's useful when you've got a lot of potential failure modes and you're finding a way to focus on those. So this is part one, and in part two, we're going to deal with the right-hand side of this on the recommended actions.